Hi, today we're going to go through an example of what might be a reason to open up a public API in your app. Imagine two friends, Mohammed and Susan. Mohammed has built a stock buying app and service that works on the phone. He doesn't have a website or a web app or anything, it's just on the phone. And let's imagine that his friend Susan is building a finance management app that allows users to get an overall view of their finances, their bank accounts, their credit cards, loans, things like that. And she'd like to be able to pull in people's stock information as well. So she asks her friend Mohammed if he can help her. She's trying to pull in from as many sources as she can, and Mohammed's is a popular one. So she'd like to ask him if he can open up an API for her. Mohammed thinks, well, why not open up an API on the device? We could have other apps request us, and we respond with some very basic information that doesn't tell them really anything at all about the user, their account, aside from maybe just a couple of things like what the current value of their portfolio is and how much cash they've invested. Now, I should stress here, don't actually do this if you're a finance app. I'm not a security expert, and I don't know whether or not this would be safe to do in such a sensitive situation. This is merely an example to sort of show two different sides of the equation. On the provider side, the stock buying app, we have an activity that we're going to expose with an intent filter and an action in the Android manifest. Here's the code for the activity itself, and you can see how we handle incoming intents. Check some credentials in this case, because we do want to try to be secure. This is not a complete thing, but it's just kind of starting to think about like, oh, these are some things that we could do if we wanted to secure the interaction a little bit. Let's look at Susan's request. It's a very simple request. We're hashing the package name along with a string to get some sort of client ID that we can send along for some sort of minimal amount of security. Here's the activity result overridden, and you can see how we're handling this information coming back, and we're actually able to calculate the gains or losses based on the two values provided by the stock app. In the activity, I've sort of laid out some beginnings of security. One thing is I said like, okay, well, maybe we could hash the package name and some string together and send that along as like one part. And then the stock app that does that same calculation based on the package name of the sender and the string and make sure that that lines up. And you might also have like an encrypted data payload or something like that that provides more authentication. There's a bunch of other things you can do. Again, I'm not a security expert. Please don't rely on this to, convince anybody at your company that this is going to be a secure way of doing things, because it's probably not. Here's a quick screencast of how this actually looks. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching.